It is time now for the Peter Channel evening news on this Tuesday evening, August 30th, 2016. Good evening, everybody. I am Peter Wiggins. Top news headlines at 6:30 p.m. on this Tuesday evening, and on top story at 6:30 p.m. is ISIS spokesman killed in Aleppo. Group says Donald Trump's campaign on Tuesday sees on revelation that the FBI has recovered an additional 30 emails from Hillary Clinton's private server, possibly related to 2012 Benghazi terrorist attack, saying that the discovery makes one what is. The European Commission on the EU's executive norms ordered Apple to pay $14.5 billion in tax to the hour, but out and it doesn't want the money, and Apple said it shouldn't have to pay. Gene Wilder earned a Golden Globe nomination for his role in Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. President Obama on Tuesday commuted the centers for 111 inmates, the latest in the push to ease harsh penalties given to nonviolent drug offenders. Chicago police are seeking to fire Jason Van Decken and 4 of cops in Laquan McDonald shooting. Brazil Senate is debating on whether Dilma Rousseff broke the country's fiscal responsibility laws. The decision set for the Wednesday likely seal of the political fate of one of the country's most striking personalities, a former boxing gorilla. A 5-day-old newborn appears out of the pink blanket as Doc Almond shaped eyes stare directly at the camera with a tiny head tucked in underneath his chin as newborn twins. Among 6 other 5 migrants rescued from the Mediterranean. And in another round of high-level purchase in North Korea, Kim Jong-un has allegedly offered 2 senior officials the use of anti-aircraft guns, reports the Korean Jong-un Daily. Amatrice, Italy, and the television should avail critique of the suspected shooting constructor began a high-def toll on Italy's earthquake reward during a state funeral Tuesday that the rebuilding effort must become eluded. New Delhi, the United States and India announced that they will work together more closely to fight terrorism. Cairo, Egypt reopened the Rafah border crossing between the North Sinai province and the Gaza Strip, allow Muslims to pass Mecca for the yearly pilgrimage. Brazil, an internal report of Brazil's Samako Menino Japan class that killed 19 people in the November set a design fault caused the accident. Helsinki, Finland, Russia poses a greater threat to the neighboring Finland with a more aggressive policy in foreign affairs, according to a report issued Tuesday. US and China charged a Houston businesswoman allegedly espionage allegedly committed 20 years ago. Her husband set out to read an indictment. Hawaii's Big Island is under a hurricane warning. It's Category 3 Madeline approaches. They call it Chicago for a reason. Chicago was long attracted across the disturbing threshold and the top number of shootings and homicides in the city for the entire year in 2015. Expanded individuation whether it becomes needs be apparent, especially the same-sex couples. The New York State Court of Appeals ruled on Tuesday that the caretaker was not related or the adoptive guardian and the child could still be permitted as. The California Assembly unanimously passed a measure that requires a person sentence for anyone convicted of sexual assault on an unconscious person. New Orleans, authorities would have found the bodies of 2 missing people who went down with a small plane in Louisiana's Lake Pontchartrain last weekend, officials said Tuesday. Washington, the District of Columbia responded to the lawsuit filed by Donald Trump alleged the city's assessment of the old post office hotel project is too high. Phoenix, Senator John McCain's a 4-term senator and the Republican Party 2008 presidential nominee headlines in Arizona primary ballot on Tuesday. While Marco Rubio closed the GOP field ahead of the Florida primary. Santa Cruz, California. Wildlife authorities in Central California are hoping $10,000 is enough to expose more of a shot to death 3 federally protected sea otters this summer. Quantico, Virginia, the FBI will make public an internal report of supporting the notes regarding this investigation of Hillary Clinton's use in a private email system. In business news, Google is moving on to Uber Technologies Incorporated to with its own ride-sharing service in San Francisco that will help commuters carpool at far cheap rates, according to the person familiar with the matter, jumping in, booming and but fiercely. Travis Kalanick may be the face of public Uber, but he hasn't built the company and himself. Like any chief executive, Kalanick learned heavily on his team and directly reports to manage all parts of the business and people operations internally. Los Angeles-based developer CIM Group, as upgraded by Turbine Tower up to $250 million market end and a media ownership for the historic North Michigan Avenue building and the beginning of a new chapter like that as part of a mixed use. Metro Detroit has the market considered gradually regain value lost during the real estate crash, but deal with a part of the site still tight inventory of available properties. Washington, BAE General Dynamics and Evelyn and Lockheed Martin have been awarded U.S. Navy contracts for the maintenance and sustainment of the Freedom Class LCS fleet. Andrews Air Force Base, California. The U.S. Air Force recently completed a month-long weapons fire and test surge for the F-35 Lightning II aircraft in service announced Monday. San Diego. Cubic Global Defense and support U.S. Navy and Marine Corps Aviation training under a naval warfare standard training and system division task order. Washington. The Toronto World Communications Band awarded a $495 million U.S. Army contract for the Afghan radios and support equipment. Alright, looking at the stocks at 635. The Dow. The Dow down 4.69 points at 18,454.30. SP 500 down 4.26 at 2,136.12. And Nasdaq down 9.3 points at 5,222.99. And science news. SpaceX and SES and International Communication Satellite Operator based in Luxembourg have agreed to place the SES-10 television relay craft as part of the first launch to be used from Falcon 9 rocket from the Cape Canaveral as soon as October. When you praise a dog, it's listening not just the words you say, but also how you say that. That might not be huge news at all, owners. A genetic study of Tasmanian devils have uncovered signs that animals are rapidly evolving to defend themselves against an infectious face cancer. Hepatitis A virus causing an symptomatic hepatitis and almost always benign. It's transmitted enough to contaminate water and food. They can control smart federal agency leading the public health response to the Zika threat in the United States will run out of funding to combat the mosquito-borne virus by late September, the director said Monday. Possible lister contamination has prompted a recall 30,000 cases of first federal product by Houston area producer Country Fresh. With much fanfare, Donald Trump began his campaign earlier this month with an eye toward turning things around. When it comes to the weather, Donald Trump prioritized building the wall along the United States southern border, dealing with 11 million immigrants already in the country illegally. The Republican nominating campaign managers leaving no doubt. Alright, take a look at some local news from the Attleboro Sun Chronicle. Much with about 150 unlicensed cuts of t-shirts were seized from 3 suspected bootleggers at a Rob Zombie concert last weekend, but no criminal charges to be filed. The unlicensed t-shirts were found at an event involved in a hit and run accident in the parking lot at the Expedition Center Sunday night, according to Detective Larry Grossman. The t-shirts were seized by a representative of a company owned by concert promoter Live Nation to enforce a court injunction and sale of unbiased concert merchandise, Grossman said. The t-shirts seized depicted our workers while somebody hit him in the van, Grossman said. The driver of the van, 49-year-old Trey M. Grip of the Bronx Borough, New York City, was only one of the 3 arrested. I was finding the number of real estate foreclosures across the state of July did not happen, and in the Attleboro, with a number of new foreclosure petitions uncompleted, the foreclosure slightly over the July 2015. Attleboro, a 40-year-old man was found dead Tuesday morning deep in the woods on Pleasant Street, where homeless people are known to stay. Mansfield. Local rail commuters should experience a problem with a parklet at MBTA passenger station later this week with a new owner, and one of the major parkers has agreed to keep the lot open. Relevant. Richard Baird has been appointed to the fill a town vacancy on a Dayton Regional School Committee. Not when it comes to MBTA. It's almost like a train reception in happen, said Governor Charlie Baker told me at the Tri-Town Chamber of Commerce. Woburn, Massachusetts authorities in Massachusetts say a police officer was justified in shooting a man accused of dragging another officer to a car. Middlesex County District Attorney Marion Ryan announced some findings of the investigation on Tuesday. Ryan said there was no criminal conduct involved in the July 16th shooting of 27-year-old Michael Clark. Boston and John F. Kennedy Library Foundation as new executive director. And now looking at New England News Alert report at 6:38 p.m. A UD7 at Whitefield, Massachusetts at A.O. Hemlock male impaled with a broken golf club requests medical fight at the Wallfield and Massachusetts State Police Canine and Crime Scene Services were en route. And in New Bedford, Massachusetts, a motor accident hit and run on Tuckton Hill Road on Church Street, and motor accident in New Bedford on Iowa at 4422. A Christian area with injuries, and Taunton, Massachusetts, motor accident with injuries at 24/7 on power at 1:40 about 1 hour ago. Peter Cello News Time, 6:09 p.m. Time out for Sports Report. Tonight, the Boston Red Sox will be taking on the Tampa Bay Rays in a second of the 3-game series at Fenway Park. Game time, 7:10 p.m. Minnesota Vikings coach Mike Zimmer provides update on Teddy Bridgewater knee injury and looks ahead to how the team will move on without the young quarterback. One of the most discussed moments of the week one in the NFL season will be the national anthem before the Monday night 49ers Rams game when Colin Kaepernick is expected to continue his protest and remain seated with while other players ascending. It's attempts to start a professional baseball career. Tim Tebow flashed a few moments of the athleticism and defense had previously only seen from him on the football field. Buffalo Bills rookie Chuck lost in the midst for the first 6 weeks of the season. Peter Children's time, 6:40 on this Tuesday evening, and it's time now for a traffic and transit report. Let's start off on the MBTA, where on the MBTA subway system it is looking good. On the commuter rail, it is looking good, and on the ferries, they are looking good. Alright, take a look at the highways and byways of the 6-state region. Starting off in Connecticut, where 95 on the southbound side back to the center to Greenwich, 95 northbound side back to Greenwich, down to Fairfield, Merritt Parkway, the northbound side back to from Greenwich all the way to Bridgeport, 95 on the southbound side back to the New Haven stretch, Merritt Parkway, southbound side back to the Haven stretch, 84 westbound side back to Hartland and West Stratford, 384 eastbound side back to Route 6 in Manchester, New Hampshire, 84 westbound side back to Miranda. Waterbury stretch before Route 84 eastbound side back to Denbury stretch. Mass Fire Interchange with 91 out in Holyoke. It's a little slow. 95 on the southbound side back to the Protected at the downtown Providence. 95 is slow around Route 495 out in Mansfield. Route 495 on the northbound side back around Route 24 at Raynham. 95 on the southbound side back to after 120 at Ponce Street in Norwood. 24 on the southbound side is back after Route 128 at Randolph. 120 on the northbound side back to 24 in Randolph all the way to the Braintree Split. Route 3 on the southbound side is back to the Split all the way up to 18 in Weymouth. 7 Expressway, both ends back to Dorchester and downtown Boston. Mass Park on both ends and downtown Boston is backed up. 7 Expressway, southbound side back to the Pike, down and Braintree Split. Mass Park, eastbound side back to the Austin Broad tolls all the way at the Lone Airport. Mass Park, eastbound side is back to the Austin Broad tolls all the way out past Route 120 in Weston. 120 is southbound side is backed up from Waltham all the way out to Route 9 in Wellesley. 120 on the northbound side back to the Waltham all the way out to Route 2 in Lexington. 120 on the northbound side is backed up from Route 3 in Wilton all the way out to the Linfield. Route 93 on the northbound side is backed up for the Split all the way to Route 120 Canton. Route 1 on the southbound side is backed up around the Tobin Bridge on the southbound side in Chelsea. Route 3 on the northbound side is backed up from Railton all the way to the Billerica. Route 495 on the southbound side backed up to Route 3 in Lowell. Route 3 on the northbound side backed around Route 495 in Lowell. Highways and byways in Repshot. Looking good. 495 on the northbound side backed around Route 95 in Amesbury. 95 on the main turnpike on the southbound side backed up after main turnpike up in Gray. But otherwise, highways, byways, Vermont, New remain not looking good in 87 on the southbound side back to Route 11 of Champlain, New York, and on Route 50 on the northbound side backed up after the U.S. border up in Southern Quebec and towards Montreal. Peter Chell News 6:42 on this Thursday evening, and it's time now for a weather report. And the latest on Gustone, it's now 110 miles an hour, and it's 32.6 to north, 51.9 to the west, about 750 miles east of Bermuda, and east northeast at 10 miles an hour, and there are no coast watch warnings in effect, and interested in Island should monitor the progress of Gaston. At 5 p.m., Atlantic Standard Time, Gaston was located near latitude about 32.6 to the north, latitude 51.9 to the west. Gaston is moving toward the east northeast near 10 miles an hour, and its general motion with its increase in forward speed is affected during the next couple of days. Maximum the same winds that remain near 110 miles an hour higher gusts. Some weakness forecast during the next 4 hours, and hurricane force winds extend hours up to 45 miles an hour from the center. And tropical storm force is estimated up to 150 miles an hour. Estimated central pressure is 964 millibars at 28.47 inches. Alright, the latest on it. Cell location 34.4 in the north, 75.1 in the west. Bounce sustained winds about 35 miles an hour. Movement northeast at 5 miles an hour. And the public advisory at depression movement slowly offshore off North Carolina, and tropical warnings in effect for the coast of North Carolina from Cape Lookout to Oregon Inlet and Palmer coastline. The tropical storm warning means that tropical storm conditions are expected somewhere within the warning area, and in this case within 12 hours, and in terms of elsewhere along the Outer Banks and North Carolina should monitor the progress of the depression. Most storming information specific to your area, including possible inland watches warnings. Please monitor the products issued by the National Weather Service Forecast Office. At 5 p.m., the southern top of the depression was located near latitude 34.4 in the north, longitude 75.1 in the west. The depression is moving toward the north-northeast near 5 miles an hour. This general motion is expected tonight with a turn toward the northeast forecast on Wednesday, and the forecast track. The southern depression will be near the Outer Banks of North Carolina this evening and overnight, and max sustained was on Maine near 35 miles at a higher gust. Some straight into the forecast during the next 48 hours, and the depression could become a tropical storm overnight. Estimated minutes at pressure 1,011 millibars. Wind tropical conditions of primary gusts are expected to the warning area beginning by evening, and rainfall. The depression is expected to produce total rain accumulation 1 to 3 inches of the maximum amounts of 5 inches of far eastern North Carolina, including the Outer Banks. And take a look at latest on 9. That's the storm we're watching. With 24.4 in the north, 87.3 to the west. The mountain contains winds about 35 miles. Movement northwest at 5 miles an hour. And hurricane tropical watch is issued for the portion of the Florida Gulf Coast. A hurricane watch is issued for the Florida Gulf Coast from the Anacostia River to the Indian Pass. The Torsten watch has been issued for the Florida Gulf Coast and the western Indian Pass to the Walter Bay County line. And summary watch award is a hurricane watch in effect for Anacostia River to Indian Pass. Torsten watch is effect for west of Indian Pass to the Walton Bay County line. A hurricane watch means that hurricane conditions are possible within water, as watch is typically issued within 48 hours before the anticipated first occurrence of the tropical storm force winds. Conditions that make outside preparation difficult and dangerous. A tossable watcher means that tossable conditions are possible within the water, generally within 4 hours, and universe along the United States East Coast from the North Florida to the Carolinas should monitor the progress of the system. End. 4 p.m. Saturday at time, the center of tropical birds at 9 with located near latitude 24.4 to the north, longitude 87.3 to the west. The branch is moving toward the northwest to 5 miles or a turn toward the northwest and expected to nightfall by a turn toward the northeast and Wednesday island. The forecast track that the storm will approach the coast of the watch area on Thursday. That's the same without near 35 miles per hour. Gusts some surrender the forecast in the next 4 hours today. The pressure is expected to become a tropical storm tonight, early Wednesday. The minimum set pressure is reported by anyway a hurricane and 100 aircraft is 1,004 millibars. That's 29.65 inches. When hurricane conditions are possible, the portions of the hurricane watch area by Thursday afternoon. Tropical conditions are possible over the portions of the tropical storm watch area by Thursday afternoon. Storm surge is a combination of the dangerous storm surge and the tide will cause normally dry areas due to the coast to be flooded by rising waters moving inland from the shoreline. There is a possibility of life-threatening inundation within the next 4 hours along the Gulf Coast of Florida from Rebecca to Indian Pass for a depiction areas at risk. See the National Weather Service storm surge warning. Watch warning graphic. Persons located within the area should be prepared to take all necessary actions to protect life and property from rising water. Promptly follow any instructions from local officials. The water could reach the fault heights of a grunt if the peak surge occurs at any time high tide. Indian Pass Arapaca 2 to 4 feet. Arapaca at the Bina Beach from 1 to 2 feet. The prototype National Weather Service storm surge warning graphic is depicted in areas that qualify for inclusion in the storm surge watch warning currently in development by the National Weather Service and planned for Operation Use 2017 end. Rainfall. The depression is expected to produce additional rain accumulation of 3 to 5 inches of western Cuba to Wednesday with the maximum storm total amounts up to 20 inches. This rain could cause life-threatening and flash flooding and mudslides. Storm total rainfall amounts of 5 to 10 inches possible over much of the for the peninsula Friday morning. That's a maximum amounts of 15 inches possible. This rainfall could cause flash flooding and flooding. Okay, let's take a look at another tropical system. A weaker low pressure surge for the tropical wave is located over the far eastern Atlantic near the Cape Verde Islands. Environmental conditions are expected to become a little more favorable to some gradual development of this system late this week with moves westward at 15-20 miles over the tropical Atlantic. 4 inch chance of 4 hours. Little news 0% of formation chance of 5 days. Medium 40%. Alright, close to home it was another stellar day on tap. And it was beautiful, beautiful, terrific Tuesday today. Alright, 7-day forecast goes like this. For tonight, podcast got about 61 degrees. South about 5 to 7 miles per hour. Wednesday, podcast got about 87 degrees. Southwest about 5 to 9 miles per hour. Wednesday, select temperature shots. That's after 9 p.m. Punch back after 2 a.m. West. West Coast got about 66 degrees. South about 5 to 8 miles per hour. Becoming calm after midnight. Chance of patience 4%. New rate for miles less than 10 minutes. Time miles possible. Thursday, check the shots. Punch back before 8 a.m. West. Most skies can have about 78 degrees left west wind. Chance patience 50%. The rain for months between the 10 quarter to have about possible thunderstorm. Thursday, check the shot before 1 a.m. Most skies can lower at 60 degrees. Just calm and Kevin. Northward 6 miles. And every day, chance patience 20%. Friday, most podcasts can have it. Say so with about 57 degrees. Saturday, most skies have about say for about 54 degrees. Sunday, most podcasts have about 78 about 58 degrees. Labor Day, most podcasts have about 80 low about 61 degrees. And for Tuesday, most skies have about 84 degrees. Currently here in Nottingham, it's a clear day. It's a clear skies and it's 67 degrees. Humidity is 62%. And that is going to be it for the Peter Channel 80 News on this August 3rd, 2016 on Tuesday evening. Good evening, goodbye. 11 o'clock for a late hour report. Good evening.